was there a subject in the book that was difficult to research? Either it was too little information, or it was actually too much information, and you just couldn't tear through all the material.
This is a great question. I have not been asked it before, and I would say that there's a few that come to mind. One of them was like, you know, the a key thing that the publisher wanted to make sure I included in this was the effect that screen time has on kids. Because for a lot of parents, that's kind of like very top of mind. That's the thing that they really care about. That's when they are thinking about media and what it does to people, they're thinking in terms of hourage. And I can completely understand that, because raising a child in the current American society is a rigorous experiment in just trying to figure out who on earth you should trust. And I really tried to be as assiduous as possible when it came to how, what we wrote about this. And the thing that I was kind of a little disappointed to find was that, like, there aren't a lot of really, like, it's very hard to do a double-blind study in a large group of children on media consumption for ethical reasons, and just for, like, the ability to carry it out. You can't, like, sequester a couple 100,000 kids away from all media consumption. You can kind of monitor, how much time they spend doing stuff, but, like, it's very difficult to get actionable scientific insights about the effect that screens have on kids. We know a couple things, though. And, I was very happy with what I was able to find. I was very happy with the idea that, like, think about screen time as, like, it's not screen time versus volunteering in a soup kitchen, going to church, doing, the platonic ideal of how one ought to spend one's time. It is screen time compared to whatever they would be doing instead. So if it's screen time in lieu of screaming in the car, like, yeah, the screen time's going to be it's probably more edifying, frankly, than screaming in the back of a car. If it's screen time instead of going outside and running around, that's a problem, because, when we do understand that there's a relationship between screen time and health and potentially obesity down the line, it's because, well, they were watching stuff inside instead of running around outside. And, it's always like, are they doing this, that, or the other thing? And so, I think that is, as best a scientific thing as we're going to get for the time being, just because the idea of a longitudinal, long-lasting study, which I believe that there are a few in the works about the effects that this stuff has on us, is important. Because, again, I think that even beyond movies and TV, the impact of social media and the impact of online, like TikTok-style content is important for us to figure out. But I was impressed with the work that was out there, but I was, like, a little disappointed that we don't have a hard answer on this. And I thought that we would, based on how much all my friends who have kids in particular care about it and want to know. But it's when you think about it, it's really dang hard to study large cohorts of children and what they watch and what they do at that time.